At the bottom of our world lies a continent of ghosts, Antarctica. Vast, cold, and remote, it feels like another planet. Twice the size of Australia, it holds 90% of Earth's ice, hiding secrets beneath its frozen surface. For centuries, it was a blank space on the map, a place of myth and speculation. Today, it remains the last great wilderness, largely untouched by human hands. What stories are frozen in time, waiting to be revealed? Antarctica is not a dead continent. It is a place of deep and unsettling mystery. Whispers and rumors swirl around its frozen shores, stories of strange discoveries and ancient maps that defy explanation. Maps like the Piri Race chart show Antarctica's coastline ice-free centuries before it was officially mapped. Modern technology reveals geometric shapes and structures beneath the ice, fueling speculation of lost civilizations. Is something being hidden in Antarctica's frozen heart? The mystery endures. Antarctica is, in effect, the forbidden continent. It is a place you cannot simply go. You cannot buy a ticket, book a hotel, and explore on your own terms. Every journey is a carefully managed expedition, requiring immense resources and official permission. This level of restriction is unique on our planet. While it is justified under the banner of scientific research and environmental protection, it has also turned Antarctica into a magnet for conspiracy and intrigue. Why is this one landmass so heavily guarded? What secrets are deemed so important that they require an entire continent to be placed off-limits to the public? The restrictions themselves create the mystery, transforming a scientific outpost into a forbidden kingdom. The stories that leak out from this isolated world only deepen the sense of the unknown. Scientists returning from long stints at remote research bases sometimes speak in hushed tones of strange lights in the sky, of unusual magnetic readings that disrupt their equipment, and of a persistent, unnerving feeling of being watched. These accounts are often dismissed as the effects of isolation and extreme conditions, the tricks of a mind under stress, but they are remarkably consistent. The tales paint a picture of a place that is not just physically inhospitable, but actively mysterious, as if the land itself holds a consciousness that observers can only dimly perceive. It's a frontier not just of geography, but of human perception. In this documentary, we will journey into the heart of this enigma. We will peel back the layers of ice and time to explore the secrets that Antarctica holds. For most of history, the bottom of the world was a void. On ancient maps, the southern expanse was left blank, filled with dragons, sea monsters, and warnings. It was a declaration of the unknown, a testament to the limits of exploration. The world ended in stormy seas and impassable ice. This blank space became a canvas for imagination, a place for our deepest fears and wildest dreams. As explorers filled in the world map, Antarctica remained the last great mystery, the ultimate prize. For centuries, Europeans dreamed of Terra Australis Incognita, a vast, unknown southern land. Inspired by ancient Greek ideas, cartographers filled maps with this imagined continent, hoping for riches and glory. Explorers like Magellan and Drake searched the southern seas, convinced the land was real. But Captain Cook's voyage revealed only endless ice and desolation. The myth was broken. Terra Australis became a symbol of emptiness, not hope. Was Antarctica always a frozen wasteland? Ancient legends from around the world speak of a golden age, a time when Earth was different. Geological evidence confirms this. Fossils of temperate rainforests, ferns, and even dinosaurs have been found beneath the ice. Millions of years ago, Antarctica was a lush, green land teeming with life. These discoveries challenge our image of the continent and hint at a secret, warmer past. But what if some of these green periods were more recent than we think? Could ancient maps and myths be memories of a temperate Antarctica? The whispers of a green world echo in both the fossil record and humanity's oldest stories. After Captain Cook's icy verdict, Antarctica was ignored for decades. In the early 1800s, explorers from Russia, Britain, and the US raced south, each claiming the first sighting of the continent. They found not a welcoming shore, but a hostile, alien landscape of sheer ice cliffs and endless cold. The first landing, likely by sealer John Davis in 1821, was brief and desperate. For these early pioneers, Antarctica was a brutal workplace, not a land of glory. Yet, their efforts charted the coastline and opened the door to the heroic age of exploration. They were the first to truly break the ice. In 1513, Turkish Admiral Piri Reis created a map showing a coastline strikingly similar to ice-free Antarctica, centuries before its official discovery. The map, compiled from ancient sources, depicts bays and peninsulas now buried under miles of ice. Its accuracy baffles modern experts. Even a U.S. Air Force unit confirmed its uncanny detail. For this to be possible, the original sources must have been made when Antarctica was ice-free. The Piri Reis map challenges our understanding of history and hints at a forgotten era of advanced exploration. Its authenticity is undisputed, but its origins remain a mystery. Who mapped Antarctica before the ice, and what happened to them? The Piri Reis map isn't alone. Other ancient maps, like the Orontius Phineus and Buach maps, also show an ice-free Antarctica with remarkable accuracy. These maps depict rivers, mountains, and even the continent's division into two landmasses, details only confirmed by modern science in the 20th century. Their creators claim to use even older sources, suggesting a lost library of ancient knowledge. The consistency and detail across these maps point to a forgotten civilization with advanced geographic understanding. They charted a world that no longer exists, leaving behind only these cartographic breadcrumbs. Are these just coincidences, or evidence of a lost chapter in human history? The maps force us to reconsider what we know about our past. In the 1950s, Professor Charles Hapgood investigated these ancient maps and proposed a radical theory, Earth crust displacement. He suggested the planet's outer crust could shift rapidly, moving continents into new climates, explaining how Antarctica could have been mapped ice-free. Though controversial, his work caught the attention of Albert Einstein, who found the idea compelling. Hapgood believed a global cataclysm wiped out an advanced seafaring civilization, leaving only durable artifacts like maps. A sudden crustal shift would erase almost all traces of such a culture. The maps, then, are not just records, they're warnings from a lost world. Are we ready to listen to their message? Charles Hapgood's theories sparked a debate that endures today. Mainstream historians argue there's no evidence for a lost advanced civilization, no ruins, no tools, just flawed ancient maps. But alternative researchers say the absence of evidence isn't proof of absence. If a cataclysm buried the past under ice, the maps themselves may be the only clues. The lost maps of Antarctica challenge our story, hinting at a forgotten chapter in human history. Hidden beneath 2 miles of Antarctic ice, Lake Vostok is a secret world untouched by sunlight for millions of years. The largest of Antarctica's subglacial lakes, it's kept liquid by geothermal heat and sealed from the outside world. Drilling into it was a monumental challenge, risking contamination of this pristine ecosystem. When scientists finally reached its waters, they found life. Strange microbes evolved in total isolation. But Lake Vostok remains shrouded in mystery, its secrets still locked beneath the ice. As technology advanced, our ability to see beneath the ice grew more sophisticated. We were no longer just drilling, we were using satellites equipped with powerful radar and gravity mapping instruments. Antarctica began to reveal shapes and structures that defied geological explanation. These were not the random, chaotic patterns of nature. They were geometric, symmetrical, and enormous in scale. Lines that appeared perfectly straight, running for dozens of miles. Shapes that resembled massive buried walls or the foundations of colossal buildings. A signal was emerging from the noise. the ghost of a landscape shaped by something other than ice and time. One of the most startling discoveries came from NASA's IceSat, a satellite designed to measure the thickness of the polar ice sheets. In a remote, unexplored region of East Antarctica, the satellite data revealed a perfectly circular feature, miles in diameter, buried deep beneath the ice. It looked for all the world like a massive man-made ring or structure. Further analysis using ground-penetrating radar confirmed the anomaly. It was a clear, distinct shape that stood out sharply from the surrounding bedrock. Geologists struggled to explain it. There are no known natural processes that create such a perfectly circular feature on that scale. It looked like an artifact, a remnant of something built. This was not an isolated finding. Across the continent, other strange patterns emerged. In one area, satellite imagery revealed a collection of shapes that bore an uncanny resemblance to pyramids, their four-sided forms arranged in a way that seemed anything but random. In another, gravity sensors detected a huge square anomaly, a massive increase in density in a shape that nature rarely, if ever, produces. Each new discovery added another piece to an incredible puzzle. While mainstream science proposed explanations like unusual volcanic formations or uniquely eroded mountains, the patterns were too consistent, too geometric to be easily dismissed. It was as if we were seeing the faint outline of a city grid for giants. These anomalies present a profound challenge. If they are natural, they represent geological formations that are new to science and require a complete rethinking of how landscapes are formed under continental ice sheets. But if they are artificial, the implications are almost too vast to contemplate. It would mean that a civilization with the ability to build on a monumental scale once existed in Antarctica. It would mean that the whispers from the ancient maps were true. The signals from beneath the ice are not ambiguous. They are clear and persistent. They tell a story of a lost world, and they force us to ask the most fundamental question: who were the builders? Of all the geometric shapes detected beneath the Antarctic ice, none have captured the public imagination quite like the pyramids. In 2016, satellite images revealed a pyramid-shaped peak in the Ellsworth Mountains, sparking viral debate. Some believe these are remnants of a lost civilization, while skeptics argue they're natural nunataks shaped by glaciers and erosion. Whether natural or artificial, the Antarctic pyramids remain a powerful symbol, blurring the line between geology and archaeology, and deepening the continent's enduring mystery. Beneath Antarctica's ice lies a graveyard of giants. Fossils reveal a lost world. Titanosaurs, massive mammals, and terror birds once roamed lush forests here. Even mosasaurs, ancient sea monsters, swam in warm Antarctic waters. These discoveries force us to rethink the continent's history and climate. Could some giants have survived more recently than we thought? The bones beneath the ice hint at a forgotten chapter of Earth's story. In 2006, scientists using NASA's GRACE satellites made a discovery of staggering proportions. As they mapped the gravity field beneath the Antarctic ice sheet, they found a massive gravitational anomaly hidden in a region known as Wilkes Land. It was a huge circular basin, over 300 miles wide, with a dense mass concentration, or mascon, right in its center. The feature was perfectly consistent with a gigantic impact crater left by an asteroid or comet that had smashed into the Earth. This crater is more than twice the size of the Chicxulub crater in Mexico, which is widely believed to have caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. If this is an impact crater, it is one of the largest ever discovered on Earth, and it would have been created by an event of almost unimaginable violence. The impactor would have been enormous, perhaps 30 miles in diameter, and its collision with our planet would have triggered cataclysms on a global scale. It would have caused mega tsunamis, worldwide firestorms, and plunged the atmosphere into a long, dark winter, potentially causing one of the greatest mass extinctions in history. Scientists have tentatively dated the feature to the Permian-Triassic extinction event, around 250 million years ago, an event that wiped out over 90% of all life on Earth. This discovery provides a potential link between many of the Antarctic mysteries. Could an impact of this magnitude be the very event that Charles Hapgood was searching for? An event powerful enough to cause Earth crust displacement, shifting the entire continent into its polar position? It could explain the sudden and catastrophic freezing of a once temperate land. It would be the ultimate reset button for the planet's climate and geography, a cataclysm that would have utterly destroyed any civilization advanced enough to witness it, leaving behind only fragmented memories and ghost-like maps of the world that existed before the impact. The Wilkes land crater remains a subject of intense scientific interest and debate. It lies buried beneath more than a mile of ice, making direct confirmation incredibly difficult. Yet, its presence offers a tantalizingly complete narrative. It provides a cause for the effect we see. The green Antarctica, the graveyard of giants, the anomalous maps, and the potential for a lost civilization, all of these threads could potentially tie back to this single catastrophic event. The crater is perhaps the biggest secret of all, a scar on the face of the planet, hidden beneath the ice, marking the spot where one world ended and a new, colder one began. In the midst of the Cold War, world powers set aside their rivalries for one place, Antarctica. In 1959, they signed the Antarctic Treaty, declaring the continent for peaceful purposes only. No military activity, no weapons, just science and cooperation. But access is tightly controlled, fueling suspicion. Is it just to protect the ice, or to hide something more? The Antarctic Treaty remains the foundation of the continent's enduring mystery. Antarctica's no-fly zones have sparked endless speculation. These aren't just routine restrictions, they're highly classified areas, even off-limits to official flights. Officially, they protect sensitive experiments or avoid dangerous magnetic anomalies. But stories persist of pilots rerouting around mysterious regions, especially near Vostok Station. Some believe these zones hide crashed UFOs, entrances to a hollow Earth, or ancient secrets beneath the ice. The empty sky itself becomes a clue. Over the years, a handful of individuals have come forward with extraordinary claims about their time in Antarctica. These are the alleged whistleblowers, men who claim to have served in military or scientific roles on the continent, and to have seen things that were not part of their official mission. Their stories are often fragmented, difficult to verify, and quickly dismissed by authorities as fantasy or delusion. Yet, they are remarkably consistent in their themes, painting a picture of a secret history and a hidden presence in the ice. They speak of things that defy our conventional understanding of history, physics, and what is possible on our own planet. One of the most famous and controversial accounts comes from a man who claimed to be a retired U.S. Navy flight engineer. He alleged that during his service in the 1980s, he was part of a squadron that flew missions over Antarctica. He described flying over a massive octagonal hole in the ice near the South Pole, an entrance leading down into the Earth. He also claimed that his unit was involved in ferrying scientists between McMurdo Station and a secret research facility, a joint operation between humans and a non-human extraterrestrial species. His testimony, though unproven, has become a foundational text for those who believe in a secret space program and an alien presence in Antarctica. Another persistent story revolves around a supposed secret naval operation in 1946-47 called Operation High Jump. Officially, it was a training and equipment testing mission, but its scale was enormous, involving an aircraft carrier, 13 other ships, and nearly 5,000 men. The mission was planned to last for 6 months, but it was abruptly and mysteriously cut short after just 8 weeks. Rumors have swirled for decades that the expedition met with a hostile, unknown force. Whispers of advanced, disc-shaped aircraft emerging from the water and engaging the naval fleet have circulated ever since. The official explanation was extreme weather, but the story of a secret battle in Antarctica refuses to die. These stories, whether fact or fiction, tap into a deep-seated belief that governments are concealing a reality far stranger than the one we are told. They suggest that beyond the legitimate scientific research, there is another layer of activity in Antarctica, a clandestine world of secret missions and forbidden discoveries. The whistleblowers describe a world where advanced technology, ancient ruins, and non-human intelligence are not a matter of speculation, but of operational reality. They are messengers from behind the curtain, their tales offering a tantalizing, if unverifiable, glimpse into what might truly be happening on the most isolated continent on Earth. Antarctica's myths don't just point to the past, they point downwards, to the legendary hollow Earth. Some believe the Earth is hollow, with a hidden world called Agartha beneath the surface. Legends say its entrances lie at the poles, guarded by mystery and magnetic anomalies. Ancient maps and no-fly zones fuel the myth, transforming Antarctica into a borderland between worlds. The Agartha Connection remains the most fantastical of Antarctic legends, a doorway to the unknown. We have journeyed to the end of the Earth, following a trail of clues across ice and time. Ancient maps reveal a temperate Antarctica, challenging everything we know. Modern satellites uncover hidden landscapes and geometric anomalies beneath the ice. Fossils prove Antarctica was once a vibrant green world. Legends and maps whisper of a cataclysm that changed everything. Today, Antarctica's secrets remain guarded, its mysteries unsolved. When all these threads converge, the story is breathtaking. A lost world, a forgotten cataclysm, and a secret that could rewrite history. Antarctica remains the last true frontier on the surface of our planet. It is a place where the fundamental questions of our past are still waiting to be answered. Yet a continent larger than Europe lies beneath our feet, almost entirely unexplored. The continent serves as a mirror, reflecting our own biases and beliefs. For the open-minded inquirer, the evidence tells a very different story, but what is undeniable is that we know very little. Antarctica challenges our certainty. Antarctica is that boundary made real and manifest in ice and silence. Our journey ends where it began, in the presence of a vast and silent enigma. The story of Antarctica is the ultimate cold case. The evidence is buried, the witnesses are long dead, and the crime scene itself is locked under a 3-mile thick sheet of ice. We are left with fragments, a map here, a fossil there, a strange shape on a satellite scan. It is up to us to piece them together, to try and reconstruct the story of a world that vanished. Whether that world was home to a lost human civilization, a non-human intelligence, or simply a unique ecosystem of giant creatures, its secrets are calling to us across the ages. The allure of this forbidden continent will only grow stronger in the coming years. As the Earth's climate changes, the great ice sheets of Antarctica have begun to melt at an accelerating rate. This is an environmental crisis of global proportions, but it is also an archaeological opportunity without precedent. As the ice recedes, it will begin to reveal what it has hidden for so long. Coastlines that have not seen the sun in millennia will be exposed. Mountain ranges and valleys, buried since before the dawn of recorded history, will emerge into the light. We may be the first generation in thousands of years to see parts of Antarctica's true naked landscape. What will we find? Will we discover the weathered ruins of the cities hinted at on the Orontes Phineas map? Will we uncover the technology of the civilization that Charles Hapgood theorized? Or will we simply find more fossils of strange creatures and more uniquely eroded rocks? Either way, the discoveries will be profound. The melting of the ice is a ticking clock. We are in a race to understand this continent's past before our own actions irrevocably change its future. The secrets are there, waiting for us, preserved in the deepest freeze on Earth. Antarctica holds a mirror up to humanity. It is a testament to the awesome power of nature, a force that can erase a world and bury it under a tomb of ice. But it is also a testament to the enduring power of mystery, the human need to explore, to question, and to know. The secrets of Antarctica are, in the end, the secrets of Earth itself. Its hidden history is our history. And as the ice continues to melt, a lost world frozen in time may finally be ready to speak. The only question is whether we will be ready to listen. If you enjoyed uncovering Antarctica's mysteries with us, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss an adventure. Thank you for watching.